Let me clear up this news you're seeing on the timeline. The British state has accused me of a crime. They said 15 years ago I did something I wasn't supposed to do and I'm a criminal. But they won't tell me who against. They won't tell me where it happened. They won't tell me when it happened. They just said 15 years ago you did a crime. And I said, okay, against who? We're not telling you. In case you tweet it. Why would I tweet it? What are you talking about? Tell me who I committed this crime against so I can defend myself. Nope, we're not gonna let you defend yourself. You're accused of a crime, you're charged with a crime, we won't tell you who against. And I said, well then how do I put a defense together? And they said, well if you come to England, we'll tell you. I said, sure, I'll come to England. No problem. All I wanna know is, can you guarantee I will not be remanded in custody? They said, no, we're not gonna guarantee you that. If you come to England, there's a strong chance you're gonna go to Belmarsh, remanded in custody for years, pre-trial. And I'm like, so you are accusing me of a crime, you've issued a warrant, you won't tell me who the crime was committed against, if they even exist, because they don't. These are made up victims, completely made up. They have people hiding behind anonymity and just attacking me, demanding millions of euros, millions of dollars for things that happened in 2009. Nobody's telling me what these things are. Nobody's telling me who these people are. Nobody's telling me when they happened, where they happened, nothing. And they're saying if I go to jail, they'll tell me, but I have to fly to England and put myself in jail. And I know you're wondering, how come when Britain, as it collapses, it doesn't give a fuck about grooming gangs, doesn't give a fuck about the stabbings, doesn't care about the drugs on the street, doesn't care about any of the real crime, how come they keep talking about Andrew Tate? That's because I highlight the problems with the country. They don't want to fix the problems, they want to get rid of me for talking about the problems. So why do I get to travel the world so freely? Why have I been to 25 countries this year? Because when I land in Hong Kong and the British government call the authorities and say, we need Andrew Tate, we have a warrant, the authorities say, well, what's the warrant for? And who's it against? And the British state says, we don't want to tell you who the victims are. The victims don't exist, so no country will extradite me. So I'm traveling the world completely free. No country respects England anymore. Nobody's sending me to them. I'm living as a free man. They keep putting on the BBC that they want to get hold of me. And I'm saying, tell me who my accuser is and I'll come talk to you. And they're like, no, because they've completely made it up. They've made it up to slander me in the media over and over and over again. Their intention is to just lie about me, lie about charges, lie about victims, lie, so that I don't support Rupert or I don't support Farage, so I don't support anyone, because if I support anyone who's going to make a change in the country, they're going to say, Andrew Tate's accused of crimes, you know. Accused by who? I don't even know the names of these imaginary victims. They haven't even bothered to make up imaginary victims. That's how fucked England is. Guys, the rule of law is collapsing all around us. This can happen to you too. They can say, you need to go to jail because you did a crime. We won't tell you who against. It was 15 years ago. What hope do you stand of a defense? Anyone who gets large online telling the truth, nobody is safe from this. The rule of law is face your accuser. Rule of law is completely broken. Completely broken. Now, the moral arc of the universe bends towards truth. I'm not scared of the British state. The day that they tell me who my accuser is, sure, I'll go and prove them wrong. But I'm not gonna go to jail, chasing families from made up pieces of paper from a state which puts people in jail for years over tweets. That is insanity. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows this is a setup. Everybody knows this is a setup, including all the other countries of the world that allow me to visit, give me honor, roll out the red carpet, give me free hotels, meeting with politicians from Russia to Hong Kong to all around the globe, while the British state cry their eyes out. Nobody buys this. So all this crap you see online, Andrew Tate loses high court case. Yeah, I went to the high court and said, tell me who my accusers are for the crime I supposedly committed. The judge said, no, you don't get to know. You just gotta go to jail. Well, I don't think that's how the rule of law works. And my American passport hasn't really helped me very much. You know, we have a good administration, we have the American government, we have Trump back, but nobody seems interested in restoring the basic rule of law, whereas I can know who is accusing me of things. The world is collapsing. The rule of law, the systems, the rules-based order, it is all collapsing. Everybody feels it. Everybody knows it. Everyone knows that every single system we're supposed to rely on is simply corrupted. But when you're in a position like mine, when they say come to jail and I will tell you who has accused you of something 15 years ago, otherwise we're going to endlessly slander you in the media in an attempt to damage your political clout, your political weight, so that you can't push for change. Things are so much darker than the average person imagines. Let me tell you, from being in the fight at the tip of the spear, up here cutting edge, let me promise all of you at home, you know about them locking people up for tweets. You know they're corrupt. You know about the migrant boats. You know about the grooming gangs. You know about all that rape. You know about all those things going on, but they're still after me. It is so much worse than you can imagine. The British government is fucking corrupt.